Hello, everybody. This is John Paval with your Thursday, December 4th live stream update. We have four very interesting live streams coming up for you today. Two of them are in the evening European time, and which will be afternoon or morning on the East and West Coast in the United States, respectively. And two of them are in the evening in the United States in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Before I go any further with telling you about them, which I can't wait to get to, let me remind you, do yourself a favor if you love the performing arts. Follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live. Don't just like the video. Click on follow or subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, or LinkedIn, and you will get more than 1,000 live links to live performances online this year. Scouts honor, I promise. So let's get on with today's live streams. The first one I want to tell you about is a big orchestral and choral work. Matthew Halls leads the Bergen Philharmonic in a choral evening of motets, a choral concerto, and Mozart's great Mass in C minor with top soloist and two choral groups. December 4th at 7:25 this evening in Bergen, Norway, which is 1:25 in the afternoon on the East Coast and 10:25 in the morning on the West Coast in the United States. This will be Poulenc's 4 Christmas motets. It will be Urian Matre's Yet From These Flames No Light, which is a concerto for harp, chorus, and orchestra. Matre is the artist in residence there at the Bergen Phil, and every time they do a live stream, and they're doing at least one a month this fall, they have a new piece so he's really doing his job as the artist in residence. He's contemporary, and then they'll do Mozart's Mass in C minor, which some people refer to as the Great Mass in C minor. The conductor is Matthew Halls. He's the music director of the Tampere Philharmonic Orchestra in Finland. He specializes in 18th century music. The singers that he has, it's an interesting group of singers. First off is the first soprano is Julie Roset. Julie Roset is she won the 2022 Metropolitan Opera Lafont competition. That's a big deal for up-and-coming singers. She won first prize then in 2023 at Placido Domingo's Operalia, and then she was crowned as the lyric revelation at the Victoire de la Musique, the music of victories in France in 2025, just this year. She just keeps winning, and they like her at the Opéra Comique in Paris. They like her at the New York Met. They like her at Glyndebourne. Great. Then the other soprano was Miah Persson. She made her debut about 25 years ago in 1998. She's a longtime veteran of the Swedish Royal Opera, an accomplished soprano, heard around the world, welcome on stages all over the place. The tenor is Robert Murray. Robert Murray has performed at places like the Royal Opera House, the Hamburg Opera, the English National Opera, the Welsh National Opera, Norwegian, the Beijing Music Festival, at Edinburgh and Salzburg. This month he's singing Mithridate in Mozart's Mithridate with the Frankfurt Opera. And then finally the bass is Ludvig Lindström. He's a bass baritone. He's really more a northern specialist, a veteran of the Norwegian Opera, the Royal Theatre in Copenhagen, which I think is where he got his start, and the Berlin Staatsoper. He's been doing, he recently has sung the Magic Flute and Tosca in Bergen. He's been doing concerts, the Verdi Requiem with the Oslo Oratorio Choir in Oslo and Rome last year, and Bach's B minor Mass last April. So this is shaping up to be a real choral evening, given the fact that usually you only get one choral work in an evening. All three of these are choral works. And on the harp in the Urian Matre thing is Johannes Wick. just in case I forgot him and left out anybody from this. And the two choruses are the Edvard Grieg Vokalensemble and the Bergen Philharmonic Chorus, of course. So, and then at about the same time, though, if you're not a Mozart lover, if you're not up for choral works, Midtown Concerts is live streaming the 4 women's voice called Demestvo, singing a concert called Lost Polyphonies from France, Georgia, Ukraine, Russia, England, and Greece. Early music, December 4th at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:15 in the morning on the West Coast, and 7:15 in the evening here in Europe. So it's simultaneous with the Bergen Phil. The 4 women in this, it's Anastasia Shmitova. She's from St. Petersburg, Russia. They're all students at Princeton University, and she's doing her PhD in musicology, focusing on medieval and early modern Slavic and Byzantine chant. And that name, Demestvo, comes from the Slavic chant tradition. Then there's Maddie Kushan. She's also a PhD candidate in musicology, sings with some local choirs. There's Lucy McKnight. Lucy McKnight is interesting. She's getting she's getting a PhD in music composition at Princeton, and some of her work has already been performed at places like the Orchestre Philharmonique de Radio France, the Los Angeles Master Chorale, etc. Then finally, there's Emma Simmons. She's a mezzo. She's also a PhD. She's a PhD candidate, not in musicology, but in Slavic languages and literature at Princeton. When she was at Clare College, Cambridge, she was a choral scholar in the choir. And then when she was at Yale doing her master's, she was in the Yale School at Cantorum. So these are singers singing early music. It's always a quality presentation by Midtown Concerts. Then 6 hours later, in the evening hours on the East Coast in the U.S., the Philadelphia Chamber Music Society is live streaming a concert by Joseph Lynn and colleagues, playing music for piano and strings, which was composed by Beethoven in the years he was losing his hearing, and he knew it. This is at 7:30 in the evening in Philadelphia, 4:30 on the West Coast, 1:30 in the morning here in Europe, and 11:30 Friday morning down under in Australia, in Sydney or Melbourne, places like that. It's Beethoven's String Quartet number 11 in F minor, the Serioso, Opus 95, his Violin Sonata number 10 in G major, Opus 96, and his Piano Trio number 7 in B flat major, Opus 97, the Archduke one. You notice it's 95, 96, 97 at that time period. So Lynn is, he teaches at Juilliard. Some of the other people, Ramakrishnan on the cello. He teaches at Bard. These are accomplished soloists. Natalie Loughran on the viola won first prize at the 2021 Primrose International Viola Competition. There aren't all that many viola competitions. Ramakrishnan was with the Horzowski Trio and the Daedalus Quartet. Joseph Lynn, the violinist, was with the Juilliard and the Formosa Quartets, etc. So these are top people. And finally, you can finish off your evening, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York City. Roulette Intermedium is live streaming a double bill of what I call NOW music. This will be the Sam Weinberg Trio. They'll be playing music composed for the occasion. And that sounds to me like it may be like more jazz than anything else, but I'm not certain. What I am certain of is that that also on the bill is the 8-member Ghost Ensemble, playing a composition by the contemporary composer Sarah Davachi. And that's a flute, oboe, accordion, percussion, harp, viola, cello, and contrabass. And they have a conductor, Karl Bettendorf. So that sounds pretty classical to me, whether it's classical, jazzy, or classical. But you got to, Roulette Intermedium is well known as one of the top contemporary music places in New York City. Folks, that's what we have for you today. I hope that one, some more, or any of these live streams uplifts you, inspires you, or just shows you a heck of a good time. Depending on your taste, any one of these could do that. So see you later. I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream update.